Good morning, everyone. This is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. I have a project share. I mentioned before that I had joined a swap, and it has been a minute since I have joined one. But I was able to get in Tamika's Scrap the World's purse and gift card holder swap. And I think we had to make 4 embellishments. And she did want us to package it all up flat, but I didn't do that. So anyway, I want to share with you what I created. Sorry, Tamika. But I'll share with you what I created. Let me move these out of the way. We did have to include a purse, um, some type of purse or backpack or some kind of tote. And this is what I decided to go with. I use my I think it's Divinity Designs, the tote die. Let me share it with you. I have it. Believe it or not, I have everything right here separated so I can share with you. I decided to use my Our Daily Bread, but I think it's Divinity Designs now. Um, Tote, timeless tote bag. And so anyway, I didn't have the part that makes the gift card holder. These are the only two that I picked up. And so I had to use a different one for the gift card holder. But this is what I use for my main tote. So let me set that aside. And anyway, this is what I ended up doing. I ended up using an old paper pad from, I think it was from Michael's. It was probably a hot buy. No, I think it's Hobby Lobby. And it is the Terrace Blooms. I love this paper pad, and I've had it for a really long time. But as you can see, it's still full. It's still new. I hadn't used it. So I decided to go ahead and use it for this project. And I wanted to use black as well. So I cut out my base in the black paper. It's 110-pound cardstock. And I bought a new embossing folder. I think I have it right here. It is by, I think it's Crafter's Companion. I believe it's a Crafter's Companion. Yeah, it's a Gemini quilted pattern. It's like quilted leather. And so this is by Gemini, and they are Crafter's Companion. So I use that to emboss the side panels on the purse, and also the little front flap that's on the little exterior pocket. You can't really see it that much because I added a bow afterwards, but I also used it to emboss the layering piece that goes over the handles as well. And then I studded all the little sections with diamond dots, and I had them in the color that matched. And then I created this little bow using Pink and Main bow set, the Pink and Main bow set, which is this one. And it's 3 different sizes, and I think they're all separate. I purchased them all separate, but I purchased all 3 sizes. So I ended up using that die, and I layered it. I did the bottom black, then the designer paper, then the top black. And I did some wire wrapping on the center of the bow. And then I added I bought these little swan charms because the paper line has swans in it. So that's what I did here. There's the bottom. I love this die. I love it, and I think I've only ever cut it out once, if I'm not mistaken. So here's the bag that I created, and I haven't put nothing in this one. All the other ones are flat, but this one is for Tamika, so we were allowed to put that one together. So I put that one together, and let's see. I'll share with you what I created here. In this, we were supposed to make 4 embellishments, cut out the purse, and a gift card holder. So my friend Jacqueline reminded me that I had the large swan by Carnation Crafts, and I'll share that with you so you can see what that looks like. And I have been playing quite a bit with my Carnation Craft dies really enjoying all the artwork. And I'm going to put it in sideways because it's a pretty big die. It's this one right here, and it's called Serene Swan. And because, like I said, the paper line has swans, so I was using all types of swans, or anything that I had that had swans in it. So I decided, when I first created a couple of the things, I put them in the flat packet, the flat little clear bags, and I felt like it was like really small. And I wanted to give the ladies, when I join a swap, I like to give it my all. So even if it costs me a little bit more money, because I know I'm going to have to pay more shipping, I would rather do that. That's just me. It's not about anybody else. It's about me. That's just the way I am. And anyway, I use the beautiful large swan right here, and the Carnation Craft does come with the artwork, so I didn't have to do anything. And I did make this into a shaker. And the first one I created was a shaker as well, but what I didn't like about it is that when you would stand it up like this, all the sequins fell to the bottom and you couldn't see them. So to fix that, what I did was I added some glue to just randomly on the top portion that I knew you would be able to see. So whatever stuck there, stuck there. That way when you stand it up, even if I stand this up, it's not going to go down. But it is a shaker. It's got more sequin in there, but some of it, like I said, is stuck in the front and the top, and I like the way that looks. This flower here is a new die I picked up by Tim Holtz. It is a Sizzix die, which is this one, and I felt that the paper had a flower very similar to this, so all I did was change the colors to match the paper line. But this was a very tedious process. You have to be very patient to use this die, and I cut it out multiple times. Like the roses right here, you have the main layer with the stems, and then you have the second layer, and then you have a third layer, but it's all individual. So everything, I had to glue everything separate. Same thing with these other pieces and the rose. It was a lot of work, but I kept doing it, and I finally was able to. I'm not very disciplined as far as creating something several times, but I pushed on through and I was able to get it done. So this is the flower that you're going to see highlighted in a lot of, or spotlighted in a lot of my swap. But I love the way it looks. And I added a rose here and a rosebud here. Here's a flower that I've had in my stash from probably when I was hosting swaps, and somebody gifted me this flower, so it matched perfectly with the design that's on the paper. And I ended up going to Hobby Lobby, and I found this felt sheets that, I mean, you look at it, it looks like the exact same paper, except that the paper has swans and this didn't have swans, but it's the exact same print. And they were longer sheets, so I really like that. I ended up covering my book in those felt sheets. I tried to do the closure with Velcro, the adhesive Velcro dots, but it was just not working for me, guys. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I ended up having to scratch that. But I'm going to open this up and share with you. So I ended up adding a ribbon all the way around, so for the closure, because I wanted it to be very clean work, but the adhesive was coming undone. If I would try to open it, the two pieces were glued together, so it just didn't look pretty, and I ended up having to take them off. So anyway, when you open it up, let me move this little purse from here. When you open it up, I did add a pocket, and you can see right here the glue, where I tried different types of glue to I'll show it to you close up, to get the Velcro dots to stick, but they would not stick. And I don't want to ruin this, but I'm gonna try and maybe heat it up and take off as much of it as I can. It doesn't look bad, but I want to kind of clean it up some. So I made a little pocket here using a Nicole Silhouette die. You guys remember those tags that she designed with that had the little pockets. Well, this is from there, and so is this little sentiment right here that says, especially handmade for you. I created a tassel. I'm not going to take anything out of the package because everything's already packaged. But I added like black swans, white swans, little roses, those little crystal beads. These are like a little rose beads. And then these are a different type, a rose bead. And then I have some black, you can't hardly see it, but it's a black, almost a velvety bead. So I did a lot of bead wrapping or wire wrapping on this bead. Then I added the large bead right here, and then the large lobster claw clasp. And then I had a bag of feathers, so I was able to make some charms out of some feathers so I could add them to the dangle. So that's one of my embellishments. We only had to make 4, but I kind of got carried away. Here's that flower, guys, that I was telling you about, that I really had to fight to keep getting it done because I needed so many of them and there was so many pieces. I probably won't use that die again for a long time. So anyway, I'm going to slip something behind here. Let me find something so you can see better. So here are the flowers that I created. So that's one embellishment. And then here are the 2 other flowers that I created so they can use to embellish something else. And then I did the word hello there. So that you have 4 embellishments here. And they're all on, I made the book with all acetate sheets. So there's one. And here is my gift card holder. This one I will take out. I think I can take it out. Yes. I couldn't stick this on the page where I wanted it to go because I actually added a chain to it. But look at how pretty that is, guys. I added a chain to it, and it was too weighty. It would come off because I used temporary glue dots. But here again is that other flower. So I cut and layered a bunch of these flowers. And this is a Anna Griffin die that came out 2 or 3 years ago. I'll share with you what that looks like. It is this one right here by Anna Griffin. Here's a better view of it. So I love this. Again, this is a die that I've had for a while and hadn't had a chance to really play with it. So the gift card holder was supposed to match the bag, and it was supposed to fit inside the bag. I didn't read that till afterwards, and mine doesn't fit. But I think it's so pretty that I'm going to just go ahead and send it because I really love the way it came out. I did emboss the front. I cut it out twice, and then I snipped it apart here at the bottom, and I embossed the back and the front is embossed in that quilted pattern. And then here is that flower. I added some flat back gold beads there, or studs. And then I added the chain on the gift card holder. So that's the gift card holder. And then here are 2 more embellishments. And I have this die that I've had for a while. And this one also comes with the artwork. I believe this is a tattered lace die. I don't have it handy, but I believe it's a tattered lace die, and it does come with the artwork. And I added some little feathers. Let me pick it up a little bit. I added some little feathers to the underneath the wings, but there's several layers on dimension. These flowers were created by Tamika, and she gifted me some, and I didn't want to use them. I was going to hoard them, but she said, use them. I can make some more. So I took her up on her word. And then here I added another flower, and I'm going to show you here. So I tried to mimic the flowers that are right here on this pattern paper. There's the white flowers with the little black center, and then here's like a peachy pink, another darker pink, the white, and you have gray and the black, and that's what I was trying to mimic, this flower design that was on the paper. I think these look pretty close. to what was going on in the paper. Let me see. I think that looks pretty close. So I'm happy with the way those came out. So there's two more embellishments, again on the acetate sheet. And then I decided to go ahead and create some bows. And the bows, I did buy the swans in a gold and in a black swan. I'm sorry, in a white and gold and in a black and gold swan. Then I had these little flowers that were gifted to me. I don't even remember who gifted them to me, but it's like an enamel rose, and it's in gold. So again, I did the wire wrapping on the center of the bows and created a loop there where I could hang my charm. I did do several layers, 3 layers on the bows, but I love, love, love the way they came out. Now on Tamika's, it's not in here, but on the other ladies, I created a pocket here, and this is where I put the die cut, the purse cut out that they will be able to put together. It's going to be housed in this pocket. Tamika doesn't have it because I put hers together. But that is what I created for my swap. I hope that you guys like what I created. I hope that this inspires you. And to my partners, I hope that you like what I created for you. I really enjoyed creating everything except these flowers. The flowers were just too much work. And then of course the book, I made it to where you would close this, and it did have the Velcro dots here, and it would close here very clean, but I just couldn't get them to stick, so I had to improvise, and I improvised by adding this ribbon. And then of course I had to do it ×3. So here are all the ones that I created for this swap. Thank you so much, Tamika, for giving me a spot in this swap. I know I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get in, but I was able to get in, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day, and God bless. Bye.